Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn space science. Today, where does space begin? And after we've done it, we're going to do morning stretching. And if you participate in the morning stretching, where does that your Now it is part 2 to where does space begin? And now we want to learn it so that we can that we are able to answer the question. So where does space begin? And when we want to say it, that it can't be said. No, let's start directly with the answer. "100 kilometers above Earth's surface at the Kármán line." Space begins 100 kilometers above the surface of the Earth at the so-called Kármán line. When I want to say, or do you say? It can't be said clearly where the Earth's atmosphere stops and where space begins, because the air just gets thinner and thinner, and yes, we can say right, that's what we're doing, and the air just gets thinner and thinner. But most scientists have agreed on the Kármán line, and they invented this line, and they said it is 100 kilometers above the Earth, and at that place, by definition, space starts. And if a person has gone with a spaceship above that line, that person is an astronaut, or has earned their wings. I think also people who have not went into space are astronauts. And astronauts who had gone with a spaceship above that line are now astronauts who went to space. Okay, I have a second camera, and we'll try to save it now. I started it now, and now I'm going to make a little presentation so that other people can have it also in video format and as a video. Okay, let's just try it. We have time for second, third, fourth take. Okay, what is it? I want to say that according to the Out of This World Answer to Questions About Space by Isabel Thomas. According to Out of This World by Isabel Thomas. Space begins 100 kilometers above the surface of the Earth, at the Kármán line. It was a Kármán. I still haven't agreed or decided on the pronunciation. Kármán. When it's pronounced like Bizet's opera Carmen. But it's Kármán. Now it has here two A's with such a... It's not a completely normal A there. There's something about... And Carmen, the opera by Bizet, is written with a C and an E. Space begins 100 kilometers above the surface of the Earth at the Kármán line. It can't be really said where space begins and the Earth's atmosphere ends, because the air just gets thinner and thinner, but most scientists have agreed on the made-up invented Kármán line 100 kilometers above the surface of the Earth. And an astronaut who had went with a spaceship above that line can say that that person has went to space. And that is according to the Out of This World book by Isabel Thomas on the page 6. I made a little grammar mistake, but we give it in. Now I'm going to start with the second camera. And maybe it's better to understand it that way, even when it's not completely properly. We're going to do the morning stretching. If you're here for the next thing too, I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know if I'm actually going to do that the next. But if you're here for the next part of space science, you can go directly to the next part of space science. We will do now the morning stretching. If you participate in the morning stretching, that's at your own risk. We're doing backward shoulder circuits. The legs are standing good and stable around shoulder width wide apart, and we're going with the shoulders in front, up, back, and down, and again. Backward shoulder circuits. And again in front, up, back, and down. And the last time in front, back, up, and down. And now forward. Coming back, last time, back, up, and front, and down. And now we are breathing in, lifting the shoulders up, and out, let the shoulders fall down. Again, in, lift the shoulders up, and out, let them fall down. And again, in, the shoulders up, and out, the shoulders down. Now we're doing the apple plucker. Breathe in, lift the arms up, and we're reaching high, always with one arm, and we pretend to take that apple hanging high on that apple branch, to turn it a bit around, and then to harvest it. And last 2 times. And now we're going to do a shifter. Legs wide apart, arms up to a T, we're breathing in. And out, we're shifting just with the upper part of the body over to one side. Breathe in into the middle. And out, we're shifting over to the other side. Breathe again in into the middle. And again over to one side. Again in into the middle. And out over to the other side. Again in into the middle. And out, we're leaning down onto our knees. The buffalo fighting its hangover. This is exercise called. We're breathing in. And out, we bring in one shoulder in front. And breathe in the shoulder back. And out the other shoulder in front. Breathe again in the shoulder back. And out the shoulder in front. Again in the shoulder back. And out the shoulder in front. Again in the shoulder back. And out, and we're hanging down. We're doing the Niagara Falls. Just breathe in through the nose. And again out through the mouth. And again in through the nose. And out, we're going over to one leg. Breathe again in. And out, we're going over to the other leg. And breathe again in. And out into the middle. And we're breathing in. And out, we're coming slowly with the load back up, and making it to top and backwards, shoulder drop. And the last exercise, trunk igniter. We're having the legs standing wide apart. We're breathing in, going down. And breathe out. And again in. And out. Breathe again in. And out with the arms down. Breathe in. Out. Now breathe in and cross the legs. And breathe out. That was a morning stretching. I thank you very much, and until next time.